So this next part, we're just using the equations, no graphs. Write the function whose graph is the graph of y equals the square root of x, but is shifted left 8 units. So remember, this is opposite, so it's not subtract 8, it'll be plus 8, and it's going to go under the square root. Write the function whose graph is the graph of y equals the square root of x, but is shifted up 9 units, so outside plus 9. So square root of x plus 9. Write the function whose graph is the graph of y equals the square root of x, but is reflected about the y-axis. This is on your papers, but when we're reflecting about the y-axis, we put our negative right in front of the x, so we'd have the square root of negative x. Find the function that is finally graphed after the following transformations are applied to the graph of y equals the square root of x. So down 6 units would be the square root of x, subtract 6. When we reflect this about the x-axis, we're multiplying it all by a negative, so we'd have the negative square root of x plus 6. And then when we reflect about the y-axis, we just put our negative in with the square root, so we'd have the negative square root of x plus 6. Twelve's probably a good one. We probably should have had at the beginning of the lesson, and that's what I told all my kids in class as well. We're going through this, and this is our original function. And we're doing each one of these different transformations with it. So this first one is plus 2. So I'm going to go ahead and write this point down right here. And this is 0, 2. And that's probably what I'm going to use for most of these. So 0, 2, up 2. So if I was at 0, 2, and I went up 2 more, it should be at the same point, and it should be the same one on the graph. So this one would be B. X plus 5, so that means I'm going left 5. So if I was at 0, 2, I'm going left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative f of x, so I'm flipping it about the x-axis. So reminder of our original. So this point is going to be here now. Choose the correct graph of x plus 1, subtract 1, so that's going to be left 1, down 1, left 1, down 1. So left 1, down 1. We were at 0, 2. What are they doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So left 1, down 1. This one. Half, so that means we're going to squish it, compress it to the x-axis, and it's not going to change the shape at all. This one was compressed and flipped, so it's going to be this one. F of negative x, so we're going to flip it about the y-axis. So my 0, 2 is no longer going to work for me on it. I'm going to need this point, and this point is 2, 2. And when I flip it about the y-axis, it's going to be at negative 2, 2. So I'm looking for negative 2, 2. And then our last one is f of 2x. So this is our stretch, so we're squishing it to the y-axis without taking the length away from it. I think it's going to be this one, but let's check. Back and forth. Yeah. Actually, it's this one, because this one went from 1, 2, 3, it went to 4. We're not extending that, we're just squishing it to the x-axis. 2 times 0 is still 0.